So the news from Wales just keeps on coming. Matt Sherratt has called up 3 players to the squad: Jarrod Evans, Gareth Anscombe and Max Llewellyn. 2 guys unfortunately have dropped out. Owen Watkin with a bad ATL injury. Liam Williams is still struggling with his knee. And we see Rob Howley leave the group of coaches. And indeed, it would have been weird if he'd stayed. He was Gatland's right-hand man. I think he said he'd go if Gatland went. And I think Sherratt will now take control of the attack and have a direction for Wales that is clear and one that the whole team can get behind and the fans can get behind, and hopefully bring back a bit of pride to the shirt and at least give the Irish a good run for their money. So welcome to this video supported by Sports News Blitz. Do check out their website for great Six Nations content. Let's have a look at these changes, and also I'm going to pick the team that I think that Sherratt should field against Ireland to give them their best possible chance. So I think these changes really are very sensible changes, probably ones that Warren Gatland should have had in the first place. Gareth Anscombe, of course, was a real head scratcher. He is Wales' best fly half at the moment. He's got the most experience. He's playing really well. He's in form, so that was really weird. Maybe they fell out. Maybe we'll find out one day. Jarrod Evans is playing very well for Harlequins, kind of second fiddle to Marcus Smith, but he gets starts as well and he's making an impact there. This will be his 10th cap if he plays, so he's got some experience. He's 28. Those two look to be the 2 main fly halves, with Dan Edwards as kind of the understudy. And I think Ben Thomas will be considered more of a centre or someone who could cover both on the bench, because that's kind of how he sees him at Cardiff. Even though he plays him at 10 sometimes, he is kind of a centre. And talking of centres, some more firepower coming in. Young Max Llewellyn has been tearing up for Gloucester. Sure, he didn't have the best defensive display in the autumn, but I think he is one to absolutely stick with, and another head scratcher why Gatland wasn't trying to develop him when he had so many other young players in the squad. So straight into the team that I think that Sherratt should field against Ireland. One change in the front row, and that is swapping around the hookers. D coming in to start, more experience from Elliot D, and Lloyd dropping to the bench, and the props staying as they are. I don't think you're going to get much better than that, although they're not fantastic. Now, second row's an area that's been very disappointing for Wales. I think Will Rowlands has had his 2 shots, and I think he is kind of shot, and he's not the future, so you might as well freshen it up with Daffyd Jenkins getting the start. He was going to start in the last match but was ill, with Freddie Thomas, so a young second row pairing, and on the bench Teddy Williams, so completely changing up the second row. But the back row, very experienced and very strong. If they can get Wainwright, Morgan and Faletau together with Rafael to come on, that's really mixing it with the best. So you've got that spine of experience there in the back row and at half back with Thomas Williams and Gareth Anscombe playing together, of course, at Gloucester, have played together plenty for Wales. That could really get the team going on the same page. And just like the second rows, I think you need to get the youngsters in the centres, get the future there, get them together. Eddie James, Max Llewellyn, both big guys, tall guys, quick guys. Give them time together. It might not gel straight away, but with the experience of Anscombe inside them, surely it's going to help. And then the back 3, I think Rogers, Adams and Murray is the best back 3. Murray was probably the pick of the players in Rome anyway, and we haven't seen the best of Rogers, and Adams has huffed and puffed, but I think he's got better performances in him, but not the strongest area in the back 3, but probably the best you can get. But all change on the bench in the backs as well. Bevan coming in as the younger scrum half, develop him. Jarrod Evans, the 2 experienced fly halves in there, and Dan Edwards can learn in the background, I think. And another young centre in Joe Roberts on the bench rounding it out, and you can move Llewellyn to the wing if you need to. So that's the team that I would play to face Ireland. Let me know the team that you think that Sherratt would play, or the team that you think he will play. Love to know all your thoughts. Do like, do subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you next time.